Hey Gemini, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through this month's reading. This is going to be for the month of September 2022. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. The heart of your reading, we have Death in reverse. You're coming out of a big period of transformation. You're finally starting to see how all of the pieces are going to fall into place. You've been through a period where it's felt a bit uncertain, chaotic, but now you're like coming out the other end of it. The dust is settling. You're realizing what parts are not going to be continuing on in your life, what is over with. And the transition to the new part of like what comes next, that's already beginning. The challenge is what you're holding on to, the Nine of Wands. There are things that are wanting to leave, for lack of a better way to put it, that you're kind of struggling to hold on to. It feels like, how to say this? I'm like tapping into how you feel about this, and it feels like it feels like stubbornness born from a belief that a commitment that was made must be seen through to completion. That anything otherwise would be a problem, would be unacceptable. So whether that's because you feel like it would constitute a failure and you're not willing to feel like a failure or have other people potentially see you as a failure, maybe you're not comfortable with that concept or how that would make you feel, dealing with those sorts of feelings about yourself or that sort of energy, perceived energy directed at you. There may be some outside factor that you feel like is quitting on you, and you feel like they are the ones who are failing at their commitment. So that could be kind of what you're trying to hold on to, energetically or literally, saying, but we said 10. 10 is always the finish line. So at the point of the Nine of Wands, some sort of action, some sort of undertaking is to the point where it feels difficult or challenging or perhaps even like a struggle. And someone wants to push through and persevere and make it to the finish line, or whatever the predetermined finish line was. And someone, likely, wants to just cut ties and not carry the ball across the finish line. Say, no, this is where I'm finishing the game and I'm going to go do something else. I do want to mention, though, that the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. So I almost feel like this is a little hint of if the Nine of Wands is allowed to fail, or someone who wants to quit on something is allowed to quit, the space that leaves in the situation, like the vacuum would pull in energetically a new opportunity that's very appealing, potentially even new love. What is Gemini focused on? What has your attention right now, Gemini? The Eight of Cups, walking away. So either you are doing the walking away and you're the one who wants to quit something, or someone else is walking away or has walked away and that has your attention. You could be like, if this is their Eight of Cups and they went on a journey to find their greater happiness and they walked over the horizon, you could be left here where all these Eight of Cups are. You're like, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with it? Why did you walk away from this? And you're like, looking over the horizon to see where they went or if they're coming back. Or you are at the point of deciding to walk away from something, and you strongly feel a pull, like your happiness is in a different direction. Let's see what led up to this. Show me the recent past. Knight of Cups in reverse. Either a love offer was rescinded or rejected, or there's a lack of action. So one of the two. There was definitely emotion, probably love, but either a lack of action or a lack of receptivity to an action kind of led to this ending or transformation that's currently taking place. Yeah, a lack of receptivity, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Kind of like, no, that's not what I want. Thank you very much, but no. Or actually, the Queen of Pentacles reverse would also fit the other, needs were not being met because action was not taken. That would also fit. And yeah, this story is very much falling into place the way I thought it would. The energy of the environment is Two of Cups in reverse. So this is either an attempt to make a commitment in love that never quite came together. The commitment was never fully made. Or the ending of a relationship and the separation of two cups to go their separate ways. Yeah, and we even have the Lovers in reverse here to kind of underscore that even further. Sometimes the tarot really hits us over the head with a message to make sure it's clear. Now, I do want to point out that the fact that the Two of Cups is showing up in this position of your environment, which to me as a reader represents how Spirit is influencing your environment to help you improve yourself or get through the situation optimally. So whatever space that commitment or possibility of a commitment was taking up in your life is the space that, when it is vacated, can be filled with something much better. Now, there's something different that I want to say about that. It's like, it's almost like there was a placeholder. There was some sort of like, I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you guys, but I'm getting the concept of this children's toy, and I'm sure there's many versions of this, where there are like different shaped blocks that go in the holes. So let's say you are the tray with like a star-shaped hole and a square hole and a circle hole and an oval hole, and you've got all of these pieces, and you've found some pieces that are like, oh, well, this fits, and I'm going to put this one here. But it's like, it was kind of like lacking substance. And so it feels like it wasn't like, I don't know, connecting to the point that made it light up in your life. So by taking that piece out, there's like this new piece of your puzzle that can make the connection with you in a way that is going to light up. Let's see the next, oh, here we go. It wanted to come out after all. The next step in this story is the Lovers in reverse. So we kind of already touched on this because it showed up at the bottom of the deck a moment ago. But this tells me that it's either not fully over yet, and it will be soon, or you haven't accepted that it's over yet, and you will soon. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's likely that you're still kind of invested in this, and you want to still wait and see what happens. Like, oh, maybe this is going to be, this is going to pay off eventually. This is going to yield a result that I want. It's like the grapes are dead on the vine. The death has already occurred. But the farmer of the vineyard is like, no, we need to harvest these grapes, otherwise we can't make the wine. And there are these dead grapes on the vine like, I don't know what you want me to do about this. And then, sorry, I already shuffled, but that, the analogy came through because of the Seven of Pentacles there, which is all about like investing in something with the intent of harvesting and waiting to see if it's going to be harvestable. And I think there's some part of you, whether it's a small part or a large part, that has you still kind of determined to wait and see what happens. Like, oh, there's still going to be some grapes that are harvestable. I know it. I know it because I want it to be so. And in the near future, it's likely that you'll be more accepting of whatever it is that's ending or has already ended. Let's see your surprise energy. What is going to influence this situation that Gemini doesn't see coming? Seven of Swords in reverse. You're expecting some sort of revelation that's not going to be forthcoming. You think there's some sort of game afoot, some sort of secret that's being kept from you, that this is a tactic. And the surprise is that there's no big reveal, there's no twist ending. Show me hopes and fears. What is Gemini hopeful for? What are they concerned about? Ace of Cups. You want a new love offer. From the tone of this reading, it feels like you likely want a fresh start with someone that it's over with. It is possible that you're the one ending things and you want new love in your life. You want to clear space for new love, a fresh, healthy, better love. I don't know if you can quantify love as better than one thing or the other, but let's go back to that analogy of like the toy, the children's toy, of like this new piece that fits that slot in you that actually lights up in a way that you haven't perceived was even possible before, or you've been settling for a placeholder sort of energy. At the same time, you're afraid of leaving that space empty in you and feeling the emptiness of it. And that's an unfortunate, necessary step to being available for something new. Show me the end result. How do these energies resolve for Gemini? Strength. Okay, so possibly for some of you, a Leo is going to be entering your life. More than likely, this is representing a shift in your persona or how you see yourself. Because strength, when it's when the energy of the strength card in the tarot is about oneself, it talks about honing the potential that exists within you and allowing yourself to kind of be cultivated, to become a better version of yourself, or to express your true nature more fully, more completely. More self-confidence, more bold, more assertive. Happier, much happier. And it comes with the energy of the Three of Wands in reverse, not waiting anymore for something to show up that's not coming. Show me advice. How can Gemini work with these energies for their highest and best good? Hermit. Try to look at the big picture. Zoom out. If you feel stressed about this in any regard, whatever role you're playing in this story, try to get some distance from it, either literally or metaphorically, but it's like the zoomed out perspective, the big picture perspective. Either you're looking from a perspective of a short period of time, and you can consider a longer period of time. Maybe look for patterns in your life, or adjust how you feel, not based on what's immediately in front of you, but how far you've come in the last couple of years and what is opening up for you in the next couple of years moving forward. The Hermit also has to do with purpose and meaning, and deriving that, or coming to a more specific realization of whatever that means for you, purpose and meaning, by taking a step back from things and looking at it through a different lens, through a different perspective. And I just want to share the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which gives us like slow and steady wins the race. So the Knight of Pentacles is focused on the big picture and each small step simultaneously. He recognizes that, stupid analogy, but like the way you eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Forgive me, vegans out there. It's a terrible analogy, but it's like a simple way to say, if something seems too big or insurmountable, you can always break it down into bite-sized pieces that are fully achievable. And that is a very productive way to go about living life. And I want to say also, this is like advocating for movement. Even if you feel like, well, I want to be exactly there and I can't be there, so I'm just going to sit still. Rather than sitting still because you can't be where you want to be, take a zoom out, look at the map and think, okay, if I want to be here, where can I be tomorrow? Where can I be next week? Like what are my short-term goals that I can work on that are going to get me to the point B that I want to end up at? So Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. Have a great month, and I'll see you back next month. Bye.